One of the most absolutely satisfying, gratifying things about doing this is when one of you out there lets me know that you picked up a film because I recommended it to you or showed it to you, and you felt compelled to go and get it or just fucking buy it. That's an awesome thing. That's a big reason why I do this. There's like another spin. Have you guys ever watched someone else and they just blasted a film? And that happened to me recently. His name shall remain anonymous. But I watched a reviewer who I watch from time to time, and he did reviewed a particular film and he just blasted it, which is fine, you know. And I had never seen the film, but it was released recently and I was compelled anyway to pick it up. But I was on the fence about it, honestly. And sometimes you need a little push, in either direction. Well, I was pushed quite hard over this fence. And so first, there's a few check marks that this reviewer gave me. Number one, the first check mark was, he said that this film had one of the most the most annoying female character that he's ever seen in a film. Check. Two, he had said that this was right up there as far as bad films that he's seen, right up there with films, and one of them was August Underground, which is a film I love. Check. Number two. Number three was this. He said that this film, and I quote, was cinematic waterboarding. Let that marinate in your head, stew around in your head a little bit. Cinematic waterboarding. Meaning, we should use this film, we should show this film to people we have captive in order to torture them, to get very important and vital information out of them. We should use this film for torture. So what did I do after that third check was marked? I did what any other self-respecting horror lover would do. I just fucking bought it. What is up, my fellow horror-loving and collecting bastards? I am here, and I'm excited. It's been a while. A brand new Blu-ray DVD update, a really big one. It always is, especially when I only do it every few months. But some truly incredible things. Plenty of stuff, guys, that I'm sure you've already seen a million times by my other respective YouTubers. But thing is, there will be some stuff you haven't seen because my collecting habits do not discriminate any region. It truly is region free. So stuff from all over the world. Stick around. It's gonna be a long one. Go get a beverage. Let's do this. Update time. Before we get started though, two things. One, I want to give an awesome shout out to my horror loving brother from another mother in another country. Richard, heavy metal real. I just wanted to say, buddy, I love you. That's it. Just wanted to send some love, you know, through the waves, the horror waves here. And I gotta have a nice beverage myself if I'm gonna do this long update. So let's kick it out to our brew spotlight. Check it out. This is a great one. Okay, guys, our brew spotlight today it's a triple IPA. Yes, triple. Wheat Dead Moon from the Vale Brewing Company out of Richmond, Virginia. This is a limited release. A pint here. You can see the pour is a beautiful color. Taste-wise, I mean, a triple IPA is going to be very strong, of course. I actually think this is the first triple IPA I've ever had. Had plenty of doubles, of course, but very citrusy, very strong, a delicious IPA. If you're into IPAs, definitely seek this out. I don't know if they'll do it annually, but and I've had some other beers by Vale, and they're fantastic. One thing I must say about this beer, if you guys know IPAs, you can tell if it's a great one with the great aroma. After I poured this, the aroma was absolutely fantastic. I knew I was in for something special. Alright guys, gotta have a proper fuel before you show a nice collection update. Chars, everybody, it's great to be back. I'm feeling good, I hope you are too. Fuck. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. A triple IPA. What's better than a single? What's better than a double IPA? Triple IPA. Absolutely fantastic. And I'll probably have a nice buzz going by the end of the update. Alright guys, let's kick it off with the DVDs first. A lot more Blu-rays, of course, in this day and age than Blu-rays and then DVDs. But I'll never stop buying the DVDs. Right off the bat, all you nerds out there are probably going to be very upset with me that I haven't had this film yet in the collection. Finally got around to Prom Night 2, which of course, Hello Mary Lou, is a proper title, really. I mean, this really doesn't have anything to do with the first prom night. But I love this film. Happy to finally own it. You guys got to tell me something. And for me to shoot this out there, I don't think this has a Blu-ray release anywhere in the world. At least I've looked. I've scoured the earth. If I'm wrong, please let me know. And if I'm right, why is there not a Blu-ray yet of this awesome film? I love this film. A lot of fun, some great effects. Anyway, happy to finally own it. And I'm hoping that by doing this, I'm going to trick the collecting gods. You know how it is when you buy a movie and 2 months later it comes out on Blu-ray. I'm hoping that's what happens here. John Russo's Midnight. Put out back when, remember when Arrow only had DVDs? Finally pulled the trigger on this one. I saw this film one other time. It was a really shitty quality, it might have been a tape, I don't even remember. And I don't remember too much about the film. But I do remember it had that cool 70s atmosphere, which I just crave and love. But look at that great artwork, and actually the reversible sleeve on this is really cool too. So nice release by Arrow, old release by Arrow. Finally pulled the trigger on that. Another one. A lot of these are kind of being very basically procrastinating titles because they've been in early pages of the Notebook. I've been trying to do that a lot more lately. Italian film, Naked You Die, Antonio Margheriti, great director, of course. I mean, not the best giallo of all time, but I needed it. I like it. Again, it's not a great film, but I needed it in the collection. Hands of the Ripper, finally. Crazy that I had never seen this film until I purchased this. Really cool film. I like that it was kind of one of those Jack the Ripper films, but this kind of, he possessed a woman's body. She basically became a killer, which I thought was a cool little creative spin on the Jack the Ripper story that's been done to death. Oblong Box. Look at that great artwork. I love that. Awesome Vincent Price, Christopher Lee film. I know, could have got the Blu-ray by Kino as well, but I'm fine with the DVD sometimes, you know. Fun film. Another one. Procrastinated too long. House with Laughing Windows. I love this film. Kind of ridiculous that it took me so long to actually add it to the collection. Seen it many times, of course, but I think this deserves like a really nice deluxe edition, maybe by Arrow Video or something, but that was such a cool film, great atmosphere. Here's another one. I'm hoping I'm tricking the collecting gods here, right? 3 on a meat hook. I'm hoping. I'm throwing it out there. Give me a Blu-ray, because this is a horrible transfer. I know not a lot of people like this film. This is by, I forget his name, William Girdler, did Grizzly and some of those other films. I believe this was his first horror film, and rest in peace, William. Horrible quality transfer, but I just need it in the collection. And I actually like this film. It is slow, but it just has that atmosphere that I just love so much. You guys know what I'm talking about. Another one, Lake Mungo, one of my favorite found footage horror films. Finally picked up the DVD. This is a Region 2 release. I like this cover better than the, I think this was part of the 8 Films to Die For series a few years back here in the US. If you've never seen that film, guys, I'm telling you, it's a very dark, brooding, atmospheric found footage film, kind of documentary style. Awesome film. This is a film I saw on, I want to say, I'm pretty sure Netflix a few years back. I hope you guys can see these covers okay. Uninhabited. I love island horror. I just think it's really cool. The location obviously lends well to, you know, a horror situation, the isolation and everything. So a couple ends up stranded on an island. Things are okay for a while, and of course there's something going on the island. Someone is fucking with them, and it's got some great tension. I really enjoyed it. It's been years since I watched it, but it was in the Notebook and pulled the trigger on this one for very cheap. So we'll be happy to rewatch this for the first time in a long time. God, I love this film so much. Finally, I would love to see a Blu-ray of this film. I would definitely do the upgrade, but for now, the Warner Brothers Archive Collection will have to do. Night Watch. Elizabeth Taylor is so great in this film. I actually wish she did more horror films in her career, because and she was so good in this. Kind of one of those women in peril, kind of is she going crazy or not, which of course has been done many times, but when it's done well, I love it so much. Great atmosphere, shot very well, has that great 70s vibe, has some of the feel to it too as well. It kind of has some haunted house type vibes because they shoot the house a lot. You don't know who's doing a killing, so it kind of has a little giallo vibe too, but I just love it so much. There's some great shots of outdoor shots. The music is great. This would be a great October horror film. Love it so much. Absolutely. You don't hear too many people talk about that. If you don't have that one, guys, you love 70s horror with atmosphere. Kind of has a little bit of a gothic feel to it. Highly recommended. Finally, I think this is all I need at last for my Barbara Shelley horror collection. I believe I showed some of her films. Last update, Shadow of the Cat. Another great release by, this is Final Cut. I don't remember who it is. Anyway, it's a really nice release. It has reversible artwork. They both great artworks, but I love this one in particular, old poster art. And I've yet to see this. I believe I've yet to see this one. But black and white, love Barbara Shelley. Every horror movie she did, hopefully including this one, was awesome. Lastly, this is it, guys, other DVDs, and it's a great one. Mockingbird, and I'll kick myself in the teeth for waiting too long on this one. Brian Bertino, big fan of him. Absolutely love The Strangers. When's the sequel coming out? I don't know. It seems to be it's in works for years. And then this year he did Monster, which I thought was an absolutely fantastic film. One of my favorites of the year for 2017 if you haven't seen it yet. And this was his film before Monster, Mockingbird, and kind of found footage, some found footage elements. Guys, this is a fantastic film. Had I seen it the year, this was out a few years ago, I'm sure this would have at least been nominated for Scariest, Creepiest Film. Involves a clown, some kids. One thing I love about Brian Bertino, though, he, not like a graphic, his scenes of violence aren't really graphic, but they're just really downbeat, mean-spirited. There's some kids involved with this. Creepy. I love this film so much. And I've heard a lot of shitty reviews for it too, but what does that mean? On to the Blu-rays, guys. I did again, I say I get films from all over the world, of course. Sometimes I dabble in Spanish horror releases. I don't mean Spanish horror, but, you know, Blu-rays from Spain. And I had a nice order. The cool thing is their Blu-rays are really cheap, and they usually have great artwork. And in a lot of cases, artwork that is not available on any other release. I finally picked up Patrick, and very cheap. Such an awesome film. Australian film, I believe. Very cool. So happy to have that finally. Oh, look at this artwork, guys. This is, put it closer, I want to unfocus the camera. Look at that beautiful artwork. This is actually the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So, haven't seen this transfer, so excited. I love black and white films on Blu-ray, really cool. I mean, don't mind my DVD either when you have that crackle, that's kind of cool. But it's also really cool when you see them in HD, just makes the black and white cinematography all the more vibrant. My favorite Pete Walker film, Schizo, with the lovely Lynn Frederick, and I love her featured here on the cover. Pete Walker's such a great director, definitely underrated in my mind. And I had this film in the Pete Walker box set, which was put out by Redemption, I believe. And because this is my favorite of his, and I love this artwork, got it for cheap. Wanted it standalone. Obsessive collector in me. I'm sure you guys understand. Retribution. I had never seen this film before. Recently watched it. Absolutely loved it. I had heard, for a long time how great it was. I know Code Red had put it out on DVD a while back. It was in the Notebook. Saw this for cheap. Love that artwork. The German release, which is very cheap, was uncut. So as soon as I finished watching this film, went online, hit the button, and got the uncut German release. So that is on its way. And I believe there was like 6-7 minutes cut from this, so I loved it anyway. And I'll be very excited to see the uncut version. I'll probably just put that disc in this case because I love that artwork. I think it's really cool. That scene's actually in the movie, which is refreshing. Shivers. Finally picked this up on Blu-ray. I know Arrow put out a couple releases of it. Got this for cheap. Love that artwork. I mean, Cronenberg, one of his awesome early films, just has that early Cronenberg vibe, which you absolutely gotta love. So cool seeing Barbara Steele in this, Lynn Lowry. I mean, happy to finally have that. Again, very cheap, guys, these releases. Love this artwork of The Fog. Believe it or not, I hadn't yet had this Blu-ray. Never picked up the Scream Factory one. But I love the artwork. Kind of like goes onto the side, which is cool. Through in the black case. We all know and love the Fog. Another one I think is coming out. I think someone's releasing this. And I'm going to forget the name of this film because I'm an idiot. But I'm sure you guys can see. What is it? Is it the Red, Crimson, something? I don't know. Anyway, great artwork. I mean, Karloff, Christopher Lee, Barbara Steele. This should be one of the greatest films of all time. Crimson Altar, that's the name. Should be one of the greatest horror films of all time with that cast. But, you know, of course, it didn't turn out that way. Nonetheless, still a cool film. If nothing else for the novelty of that cast. But I dig it, and happy to have it on Blu-ray finally. Orca, how cool is that? Getting that, I love that cover too. Getting that on Blu-ray, so awesome. Great creature feature. Great effects in that. Trauma, Argento's Trauma, happy to have that on Blu-ray. Haven't checked this transfer out yet. Hopefully it's good. Look at this. Lastly, I have the Spanish Haul. Again, I had this in the 2-pack. This is the Curse, the Blu-ray 2-pack by Scream Factory, I think. Comes with Curse 2, which of course are unrelated films, but Curse 1, love this film. Look at that artwork. Of course, Lucio Fulci did, allegedly, as far as I know, has not been proven wrong, overlooked the effects in the film, and you can definitely tell because it looks fantastic. But great film, and I just needed this standalone to love it so much, and that artwork is just amazing. Alright, Arrow releases, you guys have seen these all, but absolutely beautiful. This is why they are the best, in my opinion. I mean, not only are their packages out of this world, but the transfers and features back it up too. We'll get on that. I'll have a little tangent on that topic a little later. Brain Damage with the awesome Elmer pin. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to show all these because I'm not going to open these up because you guys have seen them all a million times. Bird with the Crystal Plumage, so great to finally have this film have a nice souped up edition. I love that it comes with a big poster, and the poster is two-sided, and it has an original poster. A lot of these releases get posters, which I think is great. How often are you really able to put them up? But I think I would put up this one because I love the reversible artwork on it. Once we get our new house and have more wall space. You guys know what that's like. Beautiful edition of Phenomena. Absolutely love it. I know some people diss this artwork. I actually really like it. And I love that it comes with the Creepers cut as well as the, in my opinion, superior Phenomena cut. But absolutely beautiful release. What else is new from Arrow Video? Love this release by Blue Underground Raw Meat. I love this film. I'm going to forget her name, Sharon Gurney. Showed this to the lady recently. She had never seen it. Love Subway Horror, and this is one of the best. Donald Pleasance is so awesome in this film. I love his character as kind of like a quirky cop. He's just so good. Some really awesome set pieces, some great gore. I love this film so much. Transfer looks great, and I definitely prefer this cover artwork. Finally, upgraded Prom Night. I love that artwork. This was put out by Synapse. Threw it in the red case. Thought that looked great. I love those colored cases. Island of Terror. This was a first time watch recently for me. Cushing, creature feature type film. Really cool. Really liked it a lot. A lot of fun. Definitely will have some nice replay value. Absolutely love that cover artwork. Finally picked up Time Walker. Scream Factory had a big sale somewhat recently, which I'm sure some of you hopefully were aware of. And this was one of their limited ones, although it's been available like since they released it, so I don't know how limited it was. But they had them for like 30 bucks. There's no way I'm paying that. But they had I basically got this for, I want to say 15 around there, so much better. I had never seen it, and watched it recently, really liked it, and I love, main reason I wanted it though was for one, James Cameron's in it, but the great James Cameron. Nina Axelrod. She was most known in horror circles for her awesome and sexy performance in Motel Hell. Unfortunately, that was her only horror film. So now one I picked up in the sale, Shelley. If hopefully you are a big fan of the Golden Horn Awards, you will know that this film was nominated for Best Picture last year. Great cinematography, and so I wanted to upgrade to the Blu-ray of this, no question about it. Plus it has much better artwork than on the UK DVD, which I picked up last year, so picked that up. Can't wait to rewatch it in HD. Such an heavily atmospheric film. Burn Witch Burn, beautiful artwork. Great black and white film. Absolutely love it. So happy. This looks great on Blu-ray. So happy to have that. Another one thrill to have. And I know a lot of people don't like this film. The Evictors. I love it. I mean, it's a slow film, but I really like the atmosphere. I love how it's shot. It's got that country, southern country horror vibe. And number one reason it has Jessica Harper from Suspiria, and she could, I don't know, she could brush her teeth, put it on a Blu-ray, and I'd buy it. That artwork. So thank you, Scream Factory, for that one. One of my absolute favorite creature feature monster movies, however you want to put it. Creature from the, why did I say Creature from Black Lagoon? I don't know why I'm just, I guess I'm feeling the triple IPA already. Called Monster on here, Humanoids from the Deep, as we know. I love this film so much. I think it's perfect for a monster film. Great gore effects. The creatures look great. The scene in the carnival, oh my god, I love it. Chamber of Horrors. Never seen this film until I picked it up. I enjoyed it. Pretty cool. Love that artwork. Kind of a whodunit, haunted house type thing. The Dismembered. I've yet to watch this. Never seen. Excuse me. Never seen this film. Really excited for this release by Garage House Pictures. This is a low-budget 60s film shot in black and white. Don't know too much about it, so jumped all over it. Really cool. Yeah, great cover art. Don't know too much about it. Didn't care. Finally upgraded House on Sorority Row. They mysteriously got some more of these Blu-rays in. Bill, he must have, I don't know, uncovered them somewhere in one of his closets. Scorpion / Code Red, whatever, whoever the hell owns it. Yeah, love that cover art. One of my favorite slashers. Lots of interviews on it. It was really cool. Rewatched it recently. Absolutely love that film so much. One of my favorite final girls is the girl in that. Really thrilled about this. Code Red. I have yet to watch this transfer though, but it has to be better than the, all due respect to VHS PS, the VHS transfer that I had. So cool. Wasn't expecting this release. I mean, I've wanted this to come out for a very long time, and I hope a lot of you out there pick this up. This is a fucking awesome 80s horror film. The Curse, great release by Severin. Got the signed by the director. Kathy's Curse. I don't know if I just said Curse or not. Yeah, anytime a 70s horror film comes out that hasn't been released yet, big deal. I got the Mask in here too. It's right behind me up there. Trust me on that one. I love so much great artwork. I love it. The Skull and the Cushing. Great Cushing and Lee film. Really cool film. Transfer looks great, and I absolutely love that artwork so much. Speaking of great artwork and a great film, the ghost scene, Invisible Ghost. This is another great release by Kino Lorber, who always puts out great artwork, which is great. I love this film. One of my favorites of the ghost. I really do. So, and really was thrilled when they announced that. This is the Killer Reserve 9 seats. Kind of an overlooked Italian giallo slasher. I really need to say giallo and slasher together. Really cool film though. Takes place in a theater. I think we all love horror films that take place in a theater. You can kind of get a stage fright. So obviously stage fright maybe could have been influenced by this a little bit. Though stage fright is far superior. But really cool film, and so cool for Camera Obscura, one of my favorite labels, who puts out this Italian stuff that for whatever reason doesn't get released by anyone else typically. And this is a great release. This is in a DVD case, but it's a Blu-ray. I love their editions, and I love that film. Moving on, some more Italian. Wow, was I thrilled for this. Shameless, thank you. All the Colors of the Dark, Sergio Martino. I'm surprised this film took so long to get a Blu-ray release. I assume Arrow might do this at some point. First of all, artwork. There's an interview with Martino in here. I'm looking forward to that. Don't know how good the transfer is. Usually they're pretty good. Absolutely love this film so much. One of my favorite films of the great Edwige Fenech. I love the occult side to the film, which was unexpected the first time I saw it. I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Turi. I know he recently changed his channel name, so I'm sorry Turi that I forget what your new name of your channel is. Awesome dude. He's picked up some beer for me, some sought after beer for me in the past, and I very much appreciate that. And recently, he basically offered, he had some doubles of some films, I guess, and he was gonna probably sell his doubles, but he offered to just give them to me, which is so very kind of you, Turi. I appreciate it very much. He basically sent me a screenshot of some to choose from, and these two I hadn't had these editions. One is Drive-In Massacre by Severin, great edition. I like that reversible art, and really cool The Dead Next Door, put out by 88 Films. Can get rid of my DVD now. Awesome low budget zombie film. Tori, thanks so much. That's so incredibly kind of you, and I appreciate it so much, man. Chars, if you have a beer, and I'll take some sip of sunshine, man. Alright, Twisted Nightmare, Code Red. I had never seen this film before. A lot of people said it's a shit film. I actually really enjoyed it. There's a few good gory moments, some pacing problems, some issues, but overall it has a really cool 80s slasher feel to it. Not one of the best by any means, but anytime you get a, previously rarely seen, unless you saw it on VHS, 80s slasher, I'm going to jump all over it. The Mephisto Waltz. I love this film. Great 70s horror film. Great atmosphere. Fantastic performance by Jacqueline Bisset. I love her in this. Alan Alda's good as well, but God, I love this film so much, and I love this artwork. Great occult horror with a kind of an old school. I could see this story and its execution kind of done in maybe like a 40s or 30s film. God, I love this film so much. If you don't have this one, just fucking buy it. The Crawlers. Awesome. Otherwise known as Contamination Point 7, the great Mary Sellers, who's been in several Italian horror films. I love her so much. She's the star of this one. Great to see her in the true lead role. She was one of the actresses in Stage Fright by Suavi. She was in a couple other horror films. I like the Crawlers title. Awesome echo horror subgenre. So happy that Scream Factory put this out on its own. It was on one of those multi-packs, and I always thought it was deserving of its own. Galaxy of Terror, another Corman classic release, upgraded Blu-ray. Love that film. Space horror, great practical effects. You know what, guys? I've never seen this film, Psychic Killer, another 70s edition. Very excited. It's one of those ones never saw. Was in the notebook. Finally picked it up. Love that artwork. I'm like a broken record with all these. Moving on. The Incident. This is I want to say this is a French release. Picked it up very cheap. Never seen it. It has an actor I really like. Who was again? Rupert Evans, maybe is his name. I don't know. He was in The Canal, a few other horror films. Kind of a guy or people in a psycho ward. I think go crazy. Anyway, The Incident. Looking forward to checking that one out the first time. Awesome release by Mono Macabre. The infamous Red Case. Inquisition. It's been a great year. It's been the year of the Nashi, as I've called it. You guys know I love Paul Nashi, and I can ditch my bootleg copy of this one. Inquisition. Great film. Fright Night. Fuck Twilight Time and their overpriced Blu-rays. Fuck the Steelbook that went out of print. I mean, I love this edition by Eureka. Eureka, yeah, good. Happy to have it. Affordable. Solamente Nero, otherwise known as Bloodstained Shadow, with the great Stefania Cassini, who I met for the second time recently. Love that artwork. 88 Films release. Got that for very cheap. What a great release. The Alligator People. I love this company. 101 Films. 88 Films, 101 Films. This is my first one of this. Definitely going to pick up more. I think they just picked up. I think they just put out The Mole People. Is it the Mole People? I don't remember if I'm saying that just because it's the Alligator People. Great release. This transfer looks awesome. Comes with a booklet. And it comes with a poster too, which is really fucking awesome. Never thought I'd have a poster of the Alligator People. Highly recommend this release and the film. It's a fun black and white film. Finally picked up Corruption. I had never seen this film before I picked it up. I love it. This is the main reason I want it is because it was just like seeing Peter Cushing. Not to diss the legend that is Cushing, but I just always felt in a lot of cases, his roles were much the same. So it was really cool to see him in a horror film where he kind of loses it, goes a little crazy, his hair gets a little messed up, you know what I'm saying? Very cool though, great release by the always awesome Grindhouse Films. So I think that comes with a booklet as well. Happy to finally have that. Some Arrow releases. This is the Arrow Academy, Spotlight on a Murderer. Yeah, so excited to finally check this film out. I've heard about it over time, and I'm sure the cinematography is great. Madhouse. Absolutely love this film. So happy to finally own this one. God, I love the ending to it. I absolutely love the finale of this film. If you haven't picked this up yet, go support Arrow, pick it up. Such a great release. God, I love the ending. That film has great replay value. Great Saturday night flick. Bloodstained Butterfly. I've actually never seen this one. I know it's supposed to be a very slow film. a lot of courtroom drama going on. But man, look at that artwork. I wonder, now that I think of it, I wonder if Turi sent me this film as well. Turi, if you did and I forgot, I apologize, but I can't remember. Kaltiki absolutely was thrilled that Arrow put this out. So many anecdotes about this film and its production. I'm sure many of you know already, but the great Ricardo Freda, he ultimately gets directing credit, but Mara Bava was definitely involved. One of his early horror films that he actually did the cinematography for. But he was a big influence on the film. And the funny thing is, the production problems with this, the production company actually thought that the first cut was it was too Italian, so they actually kind of wanted them to make it, I guess, westernize it and make it look more like a, American 50s sci-fi horror flick, you know what I mean? So I thought it was really interesting, and there's just a lot of good stories, and I hope that some of the bonus features on this can add to some of those anecdotes that I already know about. All right, guys, this is the film. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You gotta reel you in, throw the hook out. Did that in the beginning. What film was I talking about that got blasted by this particular reviewer, which completely compelled me to just fucking buy it? Why didn't I show it in the beginning of the video? Because that's how it works. You gotta reel you in. Demented. That's the film, guys. Shout Factory, early 80s film. I had never seen it before. And again, I thought the trailer looked actually pretty cool, but I was still, it went in the notebook, but I wasn't in a hurry to buy it, I should say, until I saw that review. So thank you, reviewer, for blasting the shit out of this. So much so that I absolutely had to see it. Particularly the cinematic waterboarding was the comment that was the final check mark. So what happened? Well, I did watch this. I actually watched it 2 nights ago. Certainly not a masterpiece, guys, but it's also certainly not cinematic waterboarding. I would say it's somewhere in between masterpiece and cinematic waterboarding. It is kind of slow. The lead chick, she was annoying. Yeah, sure, she was annoying at times. Not a great actress, but I've seen worse, guys. And it's essentially a rape revenge film. And I'm a big fan of that subgenre, so I can only really recommend this film if you're like me and you really love rape revenge films. If you do, I think it's a cool addition to your collection. I actually really like the final act. I love the masks that the guys are wearing. I actually think the final act is pretty good because she's a woman who got raped early in the film, so she kind of, I hate to use the word whine because certainly something that warrants beyond the whine, of course. But yeah, she's a consummate overactor. But it only happens really to me in a few scenes. But I actually thought she was great towards the end of the film, and she's actually really sexy, I thought, in the final act when she puts on a particular outfit. And well, like I said, not a great film, guys, but overall far from cinematic one of the worst films I've ever seen. So I'm happy to add it to the collection. I'll watch it again. And kind of a rant. Humongous. Code Red put out. I love this film. One of my favorite slashers. Absolutely love it. Was excited for this. I give them A+++ on this packaging. Great slipcover. I absolutely love that artwork. The original artwork included. Packaging alone, fantastic. Transfer, guys, it's total fucking bullshit. I think the DVD that they released years earlier is better than this one. Big knock on this film, it's too dark on scenes, right? Didn't clear that up at all. There's still some audio issues. This is bullshit. This is a con job, guys. Shame on, whatever you want to call them, Scorpion, Code Red, Ronin Flicks now distributes it. Whoever's in Chars over there, guys, this is bullshit. If this is a sign what's to come with your Blu-ray releases, and I gotta say, some of their previous Blu-ray releases I think are bullshit. If I see this is a warning. If I see this happen again, I am done with you. I don't care how nice you make the slipcover. I'll probably still buy it anyway. But it really is, guys. Seriously, it's bullshit. We work hard for our money. You put something on Blu-ray, you can't just say it's an HD scan, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's bullshit, guys, and I hope you agree with me. And if you don't have this yet, the only reason to get it is for the slipcover. I'm trying so hard to get through this this update as quickly as possible. I'm not having any time to indulge in that triple IP. Whew. So, from one great slipcover to another, but a much better transfer. Middle of the Stone Woman, look at that great release. I believe this is a German release. I love this film. Love that artwork. Finally picked up Cronenberg's Rabbit on DVD. Shout Factory. Great slipcover. These are all slipcovers, by the way. I organized it at least to that. One Dark Night. Great film. Gorgeous slipcover. The transfer, no idea. You're a thin ice walker, people. Hopefully Code Red comes through with that one. Hackle Lantern, you guys seen this by other people. Great release by Massacre Video. Cool slip box there. Of course, it'll be a great October viewing experience. Goes without saying, said it anyway. Barrow Video, Revenge of the Blood Beast. Barbara Steele's in this very briefly, unfortunately, but great cover art. Really oddball 60s film. Happy to have it though. King Kong finally on Blu-ray. Picked up slipcover, and I love that artwork. That is just beautiful. Love a poster of that. Trying to get through this last stack quickly, guys. 88 Films putting out Baba's Delirium. Really cool film. Nice slipcover. Daria Nicolotti's in that one. I love her, of course. Creepazoids. Really cool to see this one get the Blu-ray treatment. Great cover artwork. Love that. Lana Quickly. Crazy creature effects. One of my favorite releases of the year as far as the actual release itself. The Hearst, Vinegar Syndrome. I could give two shits about sexploitation, but they're killing it with their horror releases. Beautiful, thick slipcover. I like thick stuff. Beautiful original artwork. So awesome. Love that release. Another release I absolutely love. Look at this. This is a French release of Murders in the Rue Morgue. Masterpiece. Bela Lugosi. Look at that artwork. Absolutely stunning. Has reversible artwork, sleeve. Transfer looks awesome. Just love it. It just makes me giddy just talking. I'm like, really cool releases from the UK. Blu-ray. I have that big Mummy pack. All the Mummy films Universal Studios came a couple years ago. They recently put it out on Blu-ray. But I love those films so much, particularly these two. Particularly Mummy's Ghost. That's my favorite Mummy movie besides the original. So these cool double features, nice slipcover. I just wanted them by themselves or like this, as opposed to just one set with one picture on the front. So I went ahead and got the Mummy's Hand and Mummy's Tomb. When you have a release with two films on it, I feel just like, not obligated, but it's just cool to kind of watch them back to back. And it's just so cool having like the theater artwork on there. So just really cool. They were really cheap too. Alright, this is it, guys. I went and saved the best for last. Is that Bette Midler? No. Vanessa Williams. Alright, save the best for last. Mario Bava's Kill Baby Kill on Blu-ray. If only we could take a closer look at this. Alright guys, going to take a closer look at this. This is an edition by Koch Media. This is a Blu-ray of Mario Bava's classic Kill Baby Kill. Before you nerds start yelling at me, I'm aware that Arrow is going to put this out in the fall, but I cannot wait. This has never been released on Blu-ray, so I just had to, and I'm really glad I did. Look at this, guys. So this is like the sleeve, which has artwork from his other great films, of course. This comes off. And look at that, guys. Get in on that. I have a cameraman right here.
Hi.
Hi. It's a gorgeous artwork. Goes all the way to the back. Absolutely stunning, even on the spine. Open it up. Look at those colors. Total Bava colors. They give you this booklet. I still can't speak German, unfortunately, but nice pictures. Look at that. Artwork in there. And this is a 3-disc set. You got your DVD, you got your Blu-ray, and you have a full DVD of extras, which I have not checked out yet. But I checked the transfer out, guys. It's definitely the best this has ever looked. Because I'm a nerd as well, and I love Bava, he's my favorite director, I will still get the Arrow edition as well, but I just cannot wait, and I'm so glad I did. This is a beautiful edition, highly recommended if you're a Bava freak like me. They've also put out a few of his other films in a package like this, so highly recommended, a beautiful edition, whether you want to wait for the Arrow release or not, highly recommended, absolutely gorgeous. Hey guys, so highly recommended that release, so awesome. Oh, beautiful media book. Dario Argento's Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Big upgrade for me on this one. Love this film. Mimsy Farmer. Beautiful edition. I have this company's, I think Koch put this out. They're Inferno Blu-ray, and they use this great artwork. I apologize, I don't know the artist who did this, but great job. Did all Argento's films. They made posters of these as well. Great release. Beautiful. Finally owned Don't Breathe. This was up for Scariest Creepiest Film on the Hornies last year. Beautiful release. You know what? Let's take a closer look on this one. It's beautiful. All right, everyone. Another closer look here. This is the film Don't Breathe, up for scariest, creepiest film last year on the Hornies. I didn't own this yet. I kind of wanted to wait for a better edition. This certainly fit the bill. Sorry guys, I don't remember who put this out. They don't advertise it anywhere on this edition. But if you're interested in it, just type it in on eBay. That's where I got it. I believe I also have a few other editions by this company, which I just don't know who they are right now. But they all look like this as far as the quality. And this is amazing. Great cover art. It's a Blu-ray steelbook in here, and this has this awesome lenticular. Oh, it's a magnet. Isn't that crazy? My first lenticular magnet, I believe, and it's just cool because you can just stick it right onto the steelbook. This guy, awesome. One of the coolest blind guys of all time in horror. Beautiful steelbook. Has an awesome booklet.
Don't slam it down.
Sorry. All you steelbook collectors are yelling at me right now. Great pictures. Love her so much. Jane Levy, and you open this up, and it comes. I won't open all this, but it comes with a bunch of art cards, which are really cool. Whatever the hell this is. I think these are like basically little collectible cards. So you get a ton of stuff with this. Inside the steelbook is absolutely gorgeous. And then there he is there. This is definitely one of my most beautiful releases, really, period. I believe this just came out this year, so highly recommend it if you still need an edition of Don't Breathe. And I haven't checked the transfer out yet, but if it's like their other films, it'll be great. They even have the artwork on the inside, which is pretty crazy. So, awesome, guys. Highly recommended. Great edition. Lastly, guys, another gorgeous edition. I love this. I do have the very nice Criterion release, but the uninvited. Look at that, guys. Gorgeous artwork. Big, thick media book. This is a French release. Actually, no, it's a French release. This is honestly one of the most beautiful media books that I own. I own a lot of them. Gorgeous pictures. These are like pictures like in your yearbook back in school. They're thick, beautiful. They talk about the actress, the actor, the actor, Ray Milland and Gail Russell. Such a beautiful film and absolutely exquisite media book. That's it, guys. Sorry if I seemed rushed. I think I did a pretty good job getting through all these. But man, I got shit to do. Busy guy, you know that. But I know you're busy too, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Please comment. Again, I'll try to be back. Really want to be back by the end of the summer and show you guys the awesome horror-related family trip that we took back in the spring. Chars, stay scared, guys. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great time to be a collector now more than ever. It's just you can't keep up with all the releases. But we work hard. We work hard for our money. Don't let anyone tell you how to spend your money. It's all about passion. Life's too short. I'm going off on a tangent here. It's that triple IPA. Chars, everybody. Stay scared. We'll see you later. I'm out. See you at the end of the summer, hopefully, guys. Later. Peace.